Set the bedding and heat source up on day 18. This will give you enough time to make sure the lamp is working properly and the temperature is controlled before the eggs begin to hatch on day 21. Check with your 4-H agent if you have any questions. The materials you will need for setting up the brooder box include a heat lamp or radiant heat source. If you are using a heat lamp, consider using one with a cage or other protective covering over the bulb. A large clear plastic storage bin, a chick feeder, a chick waterer, 2 mayonnaise jars or canning jars if your feeder or waterer does not have an attached storage container. Optional, marbles or glass beads to place inside the waterer, a paper plate, chick starter feed, pine shavings or straw, a thermometer, optional, a board, and a window screen. Select a stable location that is out of reach of children, pets, or other potential hazards, and that has a dedicated electrical outlet available. Check the heat lamp carefully to make sure that the wiring is intact and in good shape. Add untreated pine, not cedar, shavings to the bottom of the storage bin. If you don't have pine shavings, you can use straw. Be aware that straw will be less absorbent. Check with your 4-H agent for more information about bedding options. Add a 75-watt incandescent light bulb to the heat lamp. Attach the heat lamp to the storage bin so that it is facing down near the center of the bin. You may need to use a board or small piece of wood across the top of the bin to help position the heat lamp correctly. Hang the thermometer inside the brooder box so that it is measuring the air temperature at chick level. Adjust the temperature by moving the heat source up or down. The ideal temperature is 90 degrees Fahrenheit to start. You will reduce the temperature by 5 degrees Fahrenheit each week after you add the chicks until the temperature either reaches 70 degrees Fahrenheit or the chicks are fully feathered. Attach the jars to the feeder and waterer. For the first day or so, use a small paper plate with chick starter feed instead of a feeder. The plate will be easier for the chicks to reach. It will also be easier for them to use because they will instinctively scratch for food at first. Put a tile or small board underneath the plate to keep it out of the bedding. You may want to place marbles or glass beads in the waterer to keep your chicks out of it. Use lukewarm water for the waterer. Place the feeder and waterer in the storage bin so that chicks have continuous access to food, water, and warmth. If you need a lid to keep pets or people out of the brooder box, make sure to provide adequate ventilation. One option is to use an expanding window screen as a lid. Add birds from the incubator when they have fully dried. Avoid opening the incubator unless all birds are fully hatched or hatched chicks pose a significant hazard to others. Talk with your 4-H agent about ways to safely remove the chicks from the incubator. Dip each chick's beak in water when you place them in the brooder box so they know where to find a drink. Use chicks as a temperature gauge. If they are huddled together underneath the heat source, the temperature is too low. If they are spread out around the edges of the brooder box and or panting, the temperature is too high. If they are evenly distributed throughout the brooder box, chirping happily and moving about, the temperature is just right. Most 4-H embryology programs leave the chicks in classrooms no longer than 3 days. If your chicks will be staying longer, they will quickly outgrow a plastic bin. Check with your 4-H agent about how to properly care for your growing chicks.